Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the chatter of your daily thoughts? Welcome to the Indie Spiritualist. Today we're exploring a path many seek but few understand, the shift from a life ruled by ego to one illuminated by enlightenment. It's not about becoming someone new, but discovering the true essence of who you are. Stay tuned as we explore this journey from ego to enlightenment together. Let's start by getting to grips with what we mean by ego. It's not just about being arrogant or self-centered. In reality, ego is like a lens through which we view ourselves and the world around us. It's often built from our experiences, beliefs, and the social masks we wear. Picture the ego as a voice in your head, constantly narrating your life. It judges, it plans, it worries. But here's the catch. This voice isn't the real you. It's a constructed identity, often more concerned with being right, or feeling superior than with finding truth or happiness. Recognizing this voice is the first step in understanding that there's more to you than just your thoughts and emotions. Remember, you're the one listening to that voice. So, who is the listener? This question is at the heart of our journey from ego to enlightenment. Have you ever felt like you're running on autopilot, repeating the same patterns without knowing why? It's a sign you might be ready for a change. This moment of realization is crucial. It's when you start questioning the constant stream of thoughts and desires that dictate your life. Maybe you've noticed a gap between your actions and your deeper values, or perhaps a sense of unfulfillment, despite having everything society says should make you happy. These signals are like a wake-up call. They invite you to look beyond the surface, to the deeper aspects of your being. It's not about changing who you are, but rather uncovering the real you that's been overshadowed by the ego's narrative. This realization doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual awakening, where you begin to see the patterns and motivations driven by your ego. It's like turning on a light in a room that's been dark for too long. Suddenly, you start seeing things for what they really are. Recognizing this need for change is a powerful step. It opens the door to a more authentic life, where your actions align more closely with your true self. The journey isn't always easy, but acknowledging that you're ready for it is the first and perhaps most important step. Imagine waking up one morning and deciding to take a different route to work. It's a simple choice, but it changes your entire perspective of the journey. Similarly, the first steps towards moving from ego to enlightenment involve making small but significant choices. The key here is mindfulness. It's about becoming more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions in the present moment. Think of it like observing the traffic on a busy road without getting involved in it. Start by dedicating a few minutes each day to simply sit in silence and observe your thoughts. You'll begin to notice how often your mind wanders and how much it's influenced by the ego's narrative. Another powerful practice is meditation. It's not about emptying your mind, but learning to observe your thoughts without judgment. Meditation helps you understand that you are not your thoughts. You'll start to experience moments of clarity and calmness, glimpses of what lies beyond the ego's chatter. Journaling is also an effective tool. It allows you to reflect on your daily experiences and the emotions they evoke. Writing down your thoughts helps in recognizing the ego's patterns and understanding your true feelings. Lastly, practicing gratitude can shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. It's a simple yet profound way to reduce the ego's influence, which often thrives on dissatisfaction. These steps don't require drastic changes to your lifestyle. They're about incorporating small practices into your daily routine that gradually lead to a greater awareness of your true self. It's this awareness that paves the way for a journey from ego to enlightenment. Think of the last time you tried to change a habit. Challenging, right? On the path from ego to enlightenment, you'll face similar hurdles. But remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow. One major obstacle is self-doubt. It creeps in, whispering that you're not good enough or that this journey isn't worth it. Counter this by remembering why you started. Reflect on moments of peace and clarity you've experienced so far. These glimpses of your true self are powerful motivators. Another hurdle is societal pressure. Our culture often values material success over inner peace. It's easy to feel out of step when you prioritize spiritual growth. Stay grounded by connecting with like-minded individuals, Whether it's through online communities or local groups, sharing experiences and learning from others on similar paths can be incredibly supportive. You might also face internal conflicts. Parts of you will resist change, clinging to familiar patterns. Acknowledge these feelings without judgment. Understanding that resistance is part of the process helps in navigating through it. Actionable steps here include setting realistic goals. Don't aim for overnight transformation. Instead, focus on small, achievable changes. Celebrate these milestones no matter how small. Also, be kind to yourself. Practice self-compassion. If you find yourself slipping back into old ego-driven patterns, don't criticize yourself. Acknowledge it as a natural part of the journey and gently steer yourself back on track. Lastly, stay flexible. Your path to enlightenment might not look like someone else's, and that's okay. Be open to adjusting your practices and goals as you learn and grow. In overcoming these challenges, you're not just moving away from ego. You're also building resilience, understanding, and a deeper connection with your true self. Let's talk about growing a garden. You plant seeds, water them, and wait. You can't rush the plants to grow faster, but with patience and care they thrive. This analogy fits perfectly when discussing the role of patience and persistence in moving from ego to enlightenment. Patience is key because spiritual growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process, much like watching a plant grow. There will be days when it feels like nothing is changing. But just like the seed sprouting beneath the soil, changes are happening within you, even if they're not immediately visible. Persistence is equally important. It's about staying committed to your practices, even when they feel challenging or when life gets busy. It's easy to meditate or reflect when things are calm, but the real test is sticking with it during tough times. That's when the most growth happens. To cultivate patience and persistence, set small daily goals. Whether it's 5 minutes of meditation or just taking a moment each day to reflect, these small steps add up. They keep you anchored on your path, even when progress seems slow. Another tip is to keep a journal of your journey. On days when patience wears thin, look back at how far you've come. You'll be surprised at the subtle yet significant changes over time. Remember, this path is not a race. It's a journey of self-discovery and growth. Just like the gardener who patiently tends to their plants, your consistent care and attention to your spiritual practices will lead to a profound inner transformation over time. Imagine standing on a mountain peak after a long hike. The view is breathtaking and offers a new perspective. Reaching enlightenment is similar. It's not a destination but a new way of seeing and experiencing life. Enlightenment doesn't mean you're free from life's challenges or that you have all the answers. Instead, it's about experiencing life in its purest form, without the ego's constant interference. You begin to live in harmony with your true self, your thoughts and your emotions, rather than being controlled by them. In this state, you find that happiness and peace are not dependent on external circumstances, but come from within. You develop a deep sense of connection with yourself and the world around you. It's like seeing the world in high definition. Everything feels more vivid and alive. But remember, enlightenment is not a permanent state. It's a continuous process of growth and understanding. You might find moments of enlightenment, then slip back into ego-driven patterns. That's okay. The key is to recognize these moments and learn from them. To nurture this state, continue practicing mindfulness and self-reflection. Keep challenging your ego's narratives and stay open to new perspectives and experiences. Embrace compassion and empathy, not just for others, but for yourself too. As you progress on this path, you'll find that enlightenment isn't just about personal peace. It also involves a deeper understanding of your place in the world and a commitment to live in a way that benefits others. Enlightenment is not the end, but a beautiful and ongoing journey of discovery and connection. It's about living consciously and fully in each moment, with a heart open to the endless possibilities of life. And that wraps up our exploration of the shift from ego to enlightenment. Remember, this journey is unique for everyone. It's not about perfection, but progress. Take one step at a time and stay true to yourself. If you found value in this video, please share your thoughts in the comments. and consider subscribing to the Indie Spiritualist for more insights. Keep growing, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep shining your light.